Hello, hello. Let me know. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. Sure thing. Sure, man.
A rusting control panel. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. This coin-operated viewer
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat stay on this. I hope there is... That's the man who was killed. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat stay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Yes, well, I hope they're good people.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
Ask away, policeman. Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Ask away.
She mumbles some kind of a response.
Hello again, officers.
This door is made of metal. No one. Looks like he is no one. Looks like he isn't. A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure, a little ring.
Hello? Me?
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Looking for something to read. It is. I know you are. What with?
Help her by carrying things? Maybe she needs a...
My husband? No, he's not.
It's such a beautiful game, it's a shame the developers tore themselves apart afterwards. I didn't know that. It is beautiful, to be honest. I'm not a fan of those kind of games. But you have to be in the mood to play a game like this.
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Yes, but no. Of course he's not.
It's got to be something else then. Why else would you? Kids are always going missing. Weak, pathetic kids. Always getting themselves killed.
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
I see. Thanks. I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here. I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what? Even if I had, it wouldn't grate. Nothing.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Wonderful. The story's open.
Her hands move over the book. The woman
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no, it's just a door. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well. Of course you would think that. You're nothing but a policeman. All right, but before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity? You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you see that she lives inside the chimney? Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what, some unnatural magic, I assume.
You should get back to the furnace. Make some noise.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits, the curse. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy. And their malicious spirit, there's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie Yes, the wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear. Oh, this! There are new...
Doesn't seem like the spell is working. There are no customers around except you.
Sir, I am well educated in the commercial and esoteric arts. I know what to do and what to avoid. Discount my wares? Besides, this would only tempt the phantoms of doom. They can sense the desperation, you know. It's not good to talk about the curse.
Such wraiths may prove it for...
Yes, the simile...
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then...
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her... Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, my precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
The woman before you scans the store. barbell waits patiently on the floor.
Should I do that? I like to fix it.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. You managed to hoist even your bob. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to... The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. The barbell waits patiently. The pockets of these new jeans are... Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper, not... The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Again, with 58%. God. Sorry for doing this.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Nothing wrong with the saves coming.
A warm
Beware
wave
if you
of
did.
accomplishment washes over your head.
I just wanna see. I like the animations, to be honest. Maybe you could break the game. You could break it. I mean, but yeah. I think it's a big game also, so I don't know if I will play it again to see the other animations and what's going on. Here, I don't know what's going on.
Your flashlights, some of the writing has...
We heard voices from in
A
here.
thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello? Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
you hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
On the second floor. Ah, there it is.
Hello, I'm Nia.
Bird-like woman.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my... So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
My millions.
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking. I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
I was looking at some of your other stuff and it says you are a veteran, like military veteran or just long-time gamer. Well, I'm a long-time gamer too, but here in Greece we go to the army. You can't say that I'm a veteran, but I have seen the Greek army, how it is at least.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Gotcha, didn't recognize your accent. It is quite easy to recognize the Greek accent. My parents are both veterans USA, but they met when they stationed in Athens. That's nice. Yes, we do many exercises here. Every year we do exercises from all around the world. And also this year we had some Americans and British that we were working with. Also Athens is a nice city, but the rest of Greece is probably nicer, in my opinion.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something, take a look around and see if there's any particular... How did I become one? It was a business decision.
She doesn't let it show, but there's anger in there. She doesn't like jewelers.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there. Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And
Do I
role
need
players
those
as customers,
dices?
they're nice people.
Let me check this. I think I had double audio with the game. Now it should be better.
Nothing really. I didn't know him. I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window. It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home. I might have, but it's really hard. Well, during the... But I never saw anyone.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the gym, but when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow? Oh, right. But it's not... You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project. And then there is... I've been...
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Cahoots.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is...
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
Is it now? Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, let me know. More or less.
Oh, rats scuttle in the dark rooms, under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins. Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike. So much failure.
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club, a community project created to a kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as it didn't.
You should have known it. It's not really...
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs exactly?
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals.
Even you can probably do better than that.
They were made by... Honestly, I think it's quite funny. The usual slips.
They were just props. Why return?
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
Radio game studio.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. They certainly took the usual... Well, they seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand... Yes, in the end they...
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult. Especially if you've been drinking.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided.
Anything else? Oh boy, the fabled revolution. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas. That was written by...
Fritte does the same thing.
It didn't, and they already had the bear. Of course, eventually Ravenshaw ICT lost the price war to its rival, Class A 5000. Class A 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece. Maybe. She said that...
Scary, but cool.
Megatherion. A mega... It's an... by telling...
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the...
Outside its light.
Anything else? There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. Yeah, and, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers if... really? Anyway. Oh, I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires.
But
Sorry
they're
about the
talking
confusion.
nonsense. Sometimes.
The one with an empty name card? Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work. Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? Oh, it's you again. Are you looking...
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for...
You feel nothing.
Have you beaten this game before? No.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking...
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney.
Should I buy the
The
dice
stones
from
and
here?
minerals on the shelves
can,
rattle
if
as
you know
though
that.
agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Didn't we already talk about... What are you talking...
No, the old...
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this
Okay, I
coming
won't say
from?
anything then. What about the dice that she sells? Should I buy them?
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
Do you know what this is? It's a mourning ring. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan. It wasn't just the jewelry shop, and now you're telling me what?
Yes, but it's not...
That it was all because I didn't
complicated
run my
than
little
just
shops
yes
and
or
ventures
no.
from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
You know, I can't understand also some words that they say, and they are using some nonsense words also. Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe that's why people like it's like. But anyway, Thanks for sharing your theories, officer. Of course.
I
Tell
will
me
buy
what you
them.
have in mind.
What? What dye I want is the novel dive to help with my work.
I think I have just the right one for you. You're a police officer, right? Here, catch.
A beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever you do, don't overthink it. Mr. Smooth moves. You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
What are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. Think of them as your lucky charm, officer.
She smiled at you. She smiled. You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything? I'm listening. Good.
Okay.
Tiles on the cube are still smolder. The speaker comes.
Good morning. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Actually, this is the exception. You can order another set still. But is there a deadline to order them? I mean, if I do something... maybe she won't be there.
The filament you have inserted, yes. Is that the product good?
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human admin.
I don't want to register wrong here. I know this. That I do not know. I'm just gonna take this one for now. If you order dice, it takes a bit before you can get them. Okay, I will order some more then.
Oh, it's you again. Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Here it says die and not dice. Just a normal die. Ah, fuck, what the fuck I'm saying. A die, the dice. Okay.
How about an amber dye? Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful. For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
Can't seem to let go of their past.
I had a feeling. Maybe you have some other ideas for... How about an amber dye? Alright, maybe some other dye then? How about an... For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
The amber. I mean, each die is good for specific things. If you want to pull up the wiki, I won't blame you, but it's up to you. I like the more expensive option of the best die.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
The most
A
extraordinary.
star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure? Yes, you definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided dice? Made of ivory and inlaid with 10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours.
10 real.
It's true, magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with it. Great, see you in 8 hours
Let's go.
then. Was there anything else?
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve shit. What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Bai, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution,
I don't know what that was.
the plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People.
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people.
No.
Several maps have been... The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by... To the east, rolling Hudon. It's so No, Coal City. This large map, Ozon, in the north, radiating outwards from you. The suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, you can. The ocean connection you have lit, perhaps they are. It's not still, it's detailed.
I'm sorry, they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents. That old, from when some... They didn't get that far. For some reason. A shame. The project never... Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
The north to the east, Hudon. It's so... No, cold. This bookstore is not strictly about crime. Amidst the various books, the point of the book, and many others, various...
I can't have you end up...
Okay.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be a novelty dice maker. Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is...
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the narrative she's built? Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
You're telling me that you went in there and didn't find out anything about... Of course. I should have known better than to put my hopes on a man like you. The investigation's over. I don't want you going in there anymore. You're only angering the psychic weather in here. Now, if you're not going to buy anything...
Anger and loneliness. The shop around you feels ancient suddenly. Damp and...
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind? It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Anything else? Us, Lori, not my thing.
What's better than chasing transient?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits, not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on...
Never. They would never illegalize sport. Sport is the man. Taps his finger. The woman still has her eyes fixed. No response. The woman no response.
Right, two.
Hola, wandering man. Los Ardi, they're sort of like you.
Looking for something? Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. God damn. Thanks for that, but...
He doesn't live in Martinet.
It's about not...
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Suit yourself, officer.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
I've got nothing to say to you. What you want is of no significance. What of the Union, if anything? it is the RCM who do.
No idea.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. So, you're not just...
They love him, boss.
Evidence. Show them you have it. It doesn't have to be conclusive.
Container belt, like we use in the harbor? Because we took it from the harbor.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again.
We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck. Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time. Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a hardy boy without a... Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Well, I gotta go to bed. It's 2 a.m. If you're on tomorrow, on the same time, I'd like to swing by again. Alright. Thanks for the company, man. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Who do you fucking think does?
The sweaty man turns red and looks first.
It's not the fat ass.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative
I'd like...
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. So...
Evidence. Show them you have it. It doesn't have to be conclusive.
Container belt? Because...
As he's...
We did this. Together. All of us. God...
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened. You don't have to answer any of his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like... Yeah!
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. No, I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interest in things to...
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last question.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town. And he stepped the kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Seminine written all over.
A live grenade. Right here in...
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNE's goddamn special forces. Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNE's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck it.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there. Like some...
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke. Right? Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary? Prison is a charter.
The fucker got what was coming to him. Our conscience is clean. We hanged him up by his neck until he got real stiff.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style. Right fucking here. Eugene.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed, well, this one, but he's...
Like what, Copper?
Are you deaf? Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Who do you fucking think does? You keep him the fuck out of this. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Everard run.
When the shit starts spinning, it will not land on Mr. Clare. That's the deal here. The fixer will ignore the notion.
When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't...
Not in the arresting mood?
A fearful readiness, like an electrical charge, raises hairs in the room.
Look, Carl, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us, and just 1 of you.
The last thing you hear is a little murmur, not a blast, not an echo. No one screams. It's more dead cops. Sad news from the district of Martinez, where the body of a police officer was...
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. So...
Evidence. Show them you have it. It doesn't have to be conclusive.
Container bed because
as
we did this together. God.
No. These 7 honest...
How many people?
Or send them to reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh.
The fucker got one.
Are you there? Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report. You don't have...
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
No. Yeah.
Quiet. No. Why don't you...
That's enough insinuation for...
Why? 'Cause I am the kind...
Alive?
I can't prove it, but I...
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, yeah.
We couldn't...
Wrong to kill us.
Yeah. Yeah. Show me your con. Why not?
Aren't you?
Yeah. Me and you...
No.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We...
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop?
Yeah.
That's right.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then, see, Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But... a single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning. Keep it going long enough, and he'll crack.
Right fuck.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
My fucking elbow, Copper. Summer unboxing stuff.
Fuck off, Copper.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night.
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking...
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Like what, Copper?
Nothing.
Yes. Run home. Lonely. Rent a cop. Real law officials are done with you. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Oh, so you went and talked to him.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us?
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing? Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. Again.
Good one.
About fucking time.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air. There's a little slide panel up there to let some...
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your... What you want, what are the union... If anything, it is...
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Oh, dear.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you...
Oh, one other thing. He'll likely have... We'll be celebrating our 6th biad. We hit it off.
She's skipping over some important...
I hope I've been useful. Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
You're an enthusiast.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are.
There's really no point in manipulating.
Oh, I'd be delighted. That would be the giant. No one. The tap. That's what. There are cryoback. Yes. Back. Michanu disappeared shortly after. Yes. Yes. We can assume the gnome. Oh, yeah. It was a couple. It's still. Alas, instead.
Alas. Always. Alas and...
I understand. Yes. 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 Indeed. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species. In everyday, some argue that the kind in the Coldamama Dakwa, like nothing, many scientists have it.
Maybe it's... I wouldn't be so sure.
Plenty. When playing back recordings they had made in the the scientists, they realized that they sequestered that. They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but after that, what about what? I'm glad you like them. Of course, I'm glad you like.
The man ponders his cook. He looks up at you. Shrugging is an international sign for no.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got...
How could anyone...
Looking for something?
Is...
This is the night watchman's booth. You're back before the cargo. The container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery. The door does not respond to your advances. Is it no reply?
Okay, mister.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today? Yes, yes. What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pale. Is it the words paranoid schiz? Great! You want to bounce something? It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've told. If she
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Vanished? Oh, did I?
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole.
Yes, please, Harry. Absolutely, Harry. What's on your mind? Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day. By all means, Harry. Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always.
The payphone hangs.
Your race descent has temporarily halted. I am not the hard. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate.
Stuck in the windows are clear.
I have
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston.
René. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day? Let me think. No, I'm...
Then hell...
I...
Respect!
I'm not...
Of course.
Can I at least finish every...
Gymnasium.
What's the
old...
What a prick. The officer? Oh, in many ways, yes. Like... oh, yes. Not in...
Of course. I hate this socialist rabble.
Writing work... oh, Nothing of it.
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple.
That's just the way things work around it. Thank you, officer, for being a consummate professional. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time. Sure, officer. Thank you, sure, officer. They are the writing. Oh.
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain.
On the Union. Thank you, officer. For I'm sorry, officer.
The only one you have.
Suddenly you realize how hungry you are. The last time you ate must have been...
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
Watch out, Gaston. It's Inspector Isabel This one's inoperable. The bolt spring, I'm not... As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an...
See,
what is this?
Now. No need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Trying is fine. You tried... Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and... money is tight. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday. No one... Yes!
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need...
The possibility...
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Look, officer, can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now? She?
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a...
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway. So... Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you? Vigilance officer, what can this old...
All you...
Vigilance officer, what can...
All...
Vigilance officer, what...
As René turns from you to his partner and back, two. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun. A small blue star, a crowned head in front.
For bravery. For doing my...
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
It was on the king, alas.
He really despises that Drissant fellow.
To keep the long and bloody story short, the rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage. I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw, then his horse. Driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my...
It's painful to even think about.
I grabbed Captain. When I came to, it was the Dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one. So I grabbed the Dink and started crawling. Kept going until through some miracle. We burst. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Should...
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. Duty, medals, honor, chain of command. I like this guy. He's not a pansy. I don't like pansies.
Because he royal blood alone.
The old...
What? And...
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
Maybe. Oh no. Do not speak of what you know nothing about. Bah. Oh, I'm not.
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
Hello, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you... Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed. No, sir. She's a working woman who... I think she is a... My name is... Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary to do...
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting...
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. I think she is a bad...
The woman before...
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. It's a neurological disorder. Well, it's either bariatric surgery...
She nods. What this boils down to is, this reality thing is stupid. Blow this. She stares at you, head tilted to the side, with a slightly concerned look.
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions? Some sort of krill hunter? Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Ah, or two. A pre-revolution. This one, mostly wonderful. We're in Martinez, baby. Martinez is a district of Revachol. You would be excused for not... I'm not a good... This place used to be a province. A workers... It's not... Yes. Revachol, the history detective. The nation in the DeLorean. They say by that time we are standing, I think, 22 kilometers...
Silent. The water. There is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea. She observed. This is one thought you need.
Was there something else you wanted to know? The girl in the old lady rat looks like a sullen and rebellious... Yes. She prefers fantasy. Young people, all right?
What next? Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else? More lessons in basic reality. Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
Oh. So very, very helpful. And how is that going? Do you... Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there anything... A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that. Oh my. A real door. That's good to...
Her bartering mind cannot fathom that you didn't ask anything in return.
I wouldn't have...
No, it was more like he wanted things to get worse. In secret, of course.
Or he wants you and me to believe he's calm and in control. He's a politician. I'll think it...
Have I underestimated the unions for...
Yes. The company... I just hope you don't share How well, I hope it yields. What you've said is quite enough. You've given me a lot to consider, and may have helped me prevent this conflict from escalating. Weird. Which is...
The lieutenant might have, but I don't remember you logging anything as anything, Harry.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else can I... That's the man who was killed. Better not tie the fourth day... That's the man who was killed. Better not tie the fourth day to the Bat's Day on this. More lessons in basic reality. Glad to have been of assistance. What we do.
She nods.
Hello again, officers.
The lieutenant, hatred, the woman on the...
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her. On a first-name basis with her, are we? Have you got a crush on her? Hey, can't you? I haven't really started it. I thought I'd make... Yeah? Lying is cool.
A row of mugs sits... Yes, the owner, an interesting little clue. Who knows? You could ask Everard who this... You see a set of tired cop habit. This isn't case hard to say. You see a set of tire tracks in... No. You see a set of tire tracks in the... No. You see a set of tire tracks in the brand... No. These... You see a set of tire tracks. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling-in wreck and then accelerated straight into the fence. The driver proceeded to back out before heading south. Must have been in a hurry. Maybe. Probably. The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache. You finally stop picking your nose.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer.
You see a samurai. The name, Sile.
Happy shopping of
From out on...
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang. You're right, officer. 100%. Me? It's a boring story, officer. Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais from the sea. Yes, speaking of, only the coolest goods. I'm an entrepreneur.
You glance.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom. That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why my man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gossamer state. Yeah, that's the main thing about you. Freedom is great. No need for discounts at...
But did he first mark them up 100%? Just...
My man, you know how the game is. No need...
But, yes, it's a business secret. Let him keep it.
I'm an entrepreneur. Anything for you. Me? It's very cool. The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
These
are all first-rate sun...
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight on.
photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical establishment.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. I doubt it, but I can try and I do my best to keep my...
No one likes the pawnbroker's game.
You said you done it before, yeah? Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
I respect your decision, officer. What else can I help you with?
A typical Martinez streetlight. The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox.
If police work means playing tapes...
An intricate web of blue, it still kind of looks like a map of the stars for you to gone. The worn mat features your finger finally.
For a more detailed view of the map, go...
A rusting control. This panel usually closes the water lock. You pull the leak, nothing happens. A spring bring. Isn't there a sign?
The shine on the... A good starter pair, officer. And when you're ready to upgrade, come back and see me. Everything's still cool here, officer. You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes, keep saving that economy.
No good. All you can come up with are some... You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place someday. Some of that rubber stuck to the tile and then accelerated straight. The driver proceeded to back out before heading south. Must have been in a hurry. Maybe.
Keep coming back. That's good, officer.
No good.
You keep coming back. That's
no good.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A wind. This jacket is the apex of human evolution. Practical and yet...
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir. Gotta prepare for springtime, right?
You find your...
Economical?
The pockets of... Hey, it's a not for... Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels. Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a -1 stroke. Don't be so modest. He's having one right now. Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon. Just remember, it's not the alcohol, and it's certainly not the dextroamphetamine, nor smoking for 40 years. It's the lack of magnesium and excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. an intricate. It's still gone for you. The worn map features your thing finally.
For more detailed view.
Crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn. Good question. Drawn by regret. You careful.
Hello again, esteemed officer. A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of bio...
Shelves full of biographies of famous people. Several maps. The maps look old and faded. The north coast to the east, Huron. It's so... No. This is some... This bookstore is not strictly amidst the point of the book. It serves wholeness. When it's up, it's your own. The book features this, even a chapter.
Come, I can't have you in...
These shelves are overburdened with...
Oh, you're a...
Sex crime. Note. Reading about the crime fiction. These books further... What's more, not a single... You see, a killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. Oh no. Turns out he fated to solve a case. Yes, tragic. After all this, you still haven't found the answer. Shelves filled to the brim with... Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar. A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise, could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals? Then this is the book for you.
Of course. Such...
In your hand, you hold the cover, the tagline, the story. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vesper to a small town along the Insulindian coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns 2 days desperate. Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was, and not just any dame. She's truly one in a million, a knockout whose mind is as dangerous as her curves. But she's got a secret. Secrets are the currency of human relations. Not only is the local police outwardly, he would certainly have a typical... The kid doesn't exact... Torvald. That said, one evening, yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth of another, as the name of whatever it is. Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly. When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the Mullen. The heat is, can you solve the case before the... What is it, detective? It's a danger. What's the matter? There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective. Dick, from no, you won't find the answers you're looking. Is it really so evil, detective? Like what? Do you even have those? Did you lose them? But then, what does this book know? So, who did it, detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve? Have you been paying attention? You begin, dozens of pages scatter across the floor. That's right. In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick. Why? There's truly no point. You'll never know who did it. But in your hand, shelves filled to the brim with crime novels. Shelves filled to the brim with your attention. Shelves filled to the brim with your quick eye. A worn paper. Could it be the motifs of unstable identity? Then this is the book for you.
Of course. Such violence and immorality.
In your hand, the cover, the tagline, the story. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him 2 days desperate. Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets. Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is outwardly. He would certainly a typical. The kid doesn't exactly. Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frank. That said, one evening, yes, comfort and pleasure, the warmth of another human's touch, the burning taste of liquor on her full sweet. As the two, the name of the truth, whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull. When Mullen, the heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close? What is it, detective? So, who did it, detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve? Could be. Who knows? Only one. You begin furiously flipping through pages. If you try to grab dozens of pages scatter across the floor. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been. Yes, don't forget. In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity. Shelves filled to the brim with
You're a
sex note. A small mountain of colorful board game books.
wonderful. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children. Then you're a lucky man. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you... Wonderful choice, sir. A wholesome family game.
An endless... There's also a lot... There's a box... That price... Nonsense for anemic Beano cards.
Lousy. I've heard they
The display rack. This is entirely...
Oh, blood and violence. Scantily clad women. What is it? If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend here. Hello again, esteemed officer. Oh, I'm very sorry, sir.
She calls that customer service.
Goodness, you were already doing good. Everything is on...
She smiles and nods. See...
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people. Browsing through all the... Suddenly, high speed next to...
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead.
Several maps. The maps look old and faded.
I'm sorry, officer. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
The north to the east. Hudon. It's so... No. This ozone in the north radiating the ocean break connection you have lit. Perhaps they are. A sulfur-crested cockatoo. Turns out you don't have behavior.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo.
cockatoo is a parrot with an... This book talks about the where to even pet owners, or it is not recommended. You're right, not great for this is a yellow, perhaps, in the words of poet, perhaps, in the words of... Despite the bang is for all the scary things in the world. Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you? You're right, Your Majesty embodied. This big in your hands, the cover features a charming illustration. The plastic, there's a hiss as welcome to Susan. The colorful illustrate the instruction. You soon figure there is no, that's each time as you leave, remembering the actual scorings you open up. Each cardboard in addition from the Empire of Sephre. It's a shame you hold. The suzerainty box is you open up a number of pouches. Each cardboard in addition from the Empire of it's a shame you hold welcome to suzerain. The colorful you soon figure out that's what each as you leaf through the pages your eye catches. Remember boring suzerain. The actual scoring system appear. Welcome to suzerain. The colorful the instruction you soon figure out you hold the open game box. If you open up it's a shame you hold the
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Excuse me? I don't know. The most talkative one? The what? You truly are one strange... Excuse... I don't know. Some things are...
The woman before... This coin-operated viewer is... This coin-operated viewer, your money disappears into the curtains on the lenses. It looks...
You're back. Good. What would you like to know? Good. Oh? Of course, Detective. I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal... Of course. The You're back. Good. What would you like to know? Good. What we do...
She nods.
Of course. Of course.
Don't tell her you've met Everard right away.
I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal...
Feel...
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of form...
Feel...
You're back. I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superior.
You're in.
Reports from inside
They're profiting from this.
the company has tried looking into this, or you can recover your bad. It's quite straight meth and
Shit, yeah, baby. It's the party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down?
I assure
She has no...
yes. Yes, but
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
precisely. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just albeit
Uncovering Union secrets could all...
we did. Well, no. This is thousands of how do you think it's true? Precisely. Yes? Excellent. It may in the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assist. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a better not tie the fourth day to the bat stay. That's the man. Better not tie the fourth day to the bats. That's the man. Better not tie the fourth.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front. The dented, but the documents inside the envelope still, it's not going to be that easy. Everard wants you to dirty your hands getting these signatures, and he will quickly find out if you just mail.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? Huh? The bosses, man. Makes sense. It sucks is what it does. Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? Ah, man. But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's gotta guard the...
Working on the...
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. Man. But those days are behind me. There are other... Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Then what should... Not me, man. Gotta guard the...
Working on...
Look, man, I try to stay away from... man. But those days are behind... Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Yes. It's like trying to trick a person into doing something criminal that they'd never do. Then what are you trying to accomplish? Not me, man. No way. I don't... Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Looking for something? Drugs? You know where... They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage.
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond.
I don't know shit. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stop. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some... just follow the smell. It's... seriously though, his tribe are natural. Guess so.
You see a Samaran street vendor. The name, Sileng.
Happy shopping, officer.
From out of you feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown? Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now what can I do? Then fire away, officer. Me? It's a boring story, officer. Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot suzerain. Yes, speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send drugs? I don't. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a... Who said that? No, I...
Realizing he can't get out of it.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with engine. Nothing. Bro.
There's more here. He's afraid of this crowd, whoever they are, more than he is of the racist lorry man.
Look.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about...
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. I don't know. I'm not local. All right. Very cool. Let's cap this off with a party. Everything's still cool here, officer. Me? It's a boring story. Very cool.
Officer, the mere sight of police... Oh, sweet.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her...
We knew she was...
And then you stole her from me.
Well...
We were just boys. No point starting this all up.
She died of pneumonia 2 winters. René and...
Died.
Depart.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features.
She couldn't. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married. Heck, technically, we both...
He suddenly remembers you are still there. Falls silent.
Of course, officer. Sweet, sweet Jenny. Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left. Sweet, sweet Jenny. Ask away, officer. She couldn't. She was always leaving one... Heck,
He suddenly remembers you are still there. Falls silent.
She died. René died. Departed.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features.
She could never... She was always leaving one of us for the... Heck, technically, we...
He suddenly remembered.
Of course, officer.
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your knock. There's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are in. Absolutely not. She died of pneumonia. Reversal fair of 91. This was the happy. I won her back.
You were like a dog. Those days.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
There's nothing for you to understand.
His face is motionless, like
there's nothing for you to understand. Reversal fair.
He nods.
I won her.
Those days.
The old soldier said.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? Ooh. Not only have... Yes. I keep hope... Does anyone... It doesn't have... Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, is that... I ain't no snitch.
The lieutenant, hatred, the woman.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggies... It's where they grow whores like pigs, not half as dumb.
You're back. Good. What can I... Word has travelled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection. Word has travelled...
Still here, stuck in this damn jam. I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is. Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name as a friend? A youngish woman. Gruff, but blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
I didn't, man. I told you, I was hoping it... Damn, I don't want to... That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. She's got the darkness in her. Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I heard the rumors. Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. The way it worked.
The pain it was causing her.
Fuck, man. Go grow someone else with these...
He's right. There are other options. The raceman for... The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. It's right here. The answer is... right here. You just need to ask him. Come on, do it.
You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
I wouldn't be so sure, Tommy.
Thank you, friend. Wow. This makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Still here. Stuck what? But I thought you were a different kind of cop. Here. But Laurie's still here. Down past the statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. Last Friday. No. She left them.
The other driver.
I bet you are. Nah. Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
This screen this is the one the man pointed. The glass on the side window. The door, he pushed the smell of cigarettes and perfume. These, one of them, particularly catches your eye. The actress is draped in a wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? The actresses and the looks like the peculiar frequency tableau indicates that at least unclear for contact, not without the dial, the ghostly, you wedge yourself. But one sandpaper, the movie stars are still smiling. A metallic drawer slides, it's an issue. It looks like these four, the pull-out tool slides back into its nest. You close the rusty.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
You're back. Good. Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't, in any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation. Ah, good to hear. I wouldn't want to pry into a confidential police matter, but in the event you'd like to share more, I would like to know who it was. A runaway? We contain multitudes, do we not? It might not be pertinent to her. Clever. If you suspect a woman, that speaks of the vastness and sophistication of the operation. Were you able to examine the radio? Sensible for her to disable access. High intense.
As the shipments approach Revachol,
I appreciate you placing your trust in me. Thank you again for looking. Now, per our original agreement, it's time for me to share company's. I wouldn't normally break protocol like.
the words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Yes. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Absolute cronette. They wear the story he was taken out. Nothing. Mr. Clare, it's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this it's not good. If you don't...
The Union has over 2,000 men.
Have you ever seen a hornet? These men, as I said...
Maybe a good bloodletting is just what Martinez needs.
It doesn't have to be like this. One single, concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I made... Or he didn't. That the man was lost either. That's a good question, officer. Not much. They boast a lot. Sadly, if you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time though. Ah, yes, I have. And they... If you mean did I see him a lot? Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge. One is he was forced... In a way.
Must be hard to force your face to move in a new fashion. If you continue like this, you'll have an aneurysm. Then
They've gone to... They don't have...
You should show those meat...
You're likely to run into them eventually.
One is, the other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the...
Would afford a good vantage point.
Nothing is inaccessible.
That may be so. I hope I can answer it until the executions start. Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their... I'm not... It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. Of course.
For about half a minute, in silence. Her mouth is relaxed.
So I can't. But that's how you read this close. The sailors, quite a few. Then he made Revachol. I can't. His
Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
Do what you have to do, Detective. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Hello again, esteemed officer. Okay, but please, only if... It must be these very spells.
The woman before you scans the store. Her shoulder.
Oh, I'm very...
She calls that custom. The barbell waits patiently.
Oh, it's you again. Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnet. This was an especially fun set.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls in your hand.
How did I become?
She doesn't let it.
Some of my friends were role players. I've grown crafty over. I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce one die.
Tiles on the cube are still the speaker.
Good evening. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into... That was a question. Good.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
No. I am contractually obliged to...
The bear's eyes are a friendly cartoon. A few bricks have fallen off inside. It means this is a good find. Really justifies coming down here and looking around. A few bricks have fallen off. Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. Somewhere in the dark, a giant electrical mammal. This orange machine is dead. You slip your... If you want...
Equip the pry bar by going to...
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, can't even get a few jokes past. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise.
There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear. He crosses his arms and turns his head away, a disappointed look in.
Oh, look. Huh? The bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved...
Looking for something? It's not.
Change the topic.
I'm not the people.
If this guy's all...
So, lately we are the problem? The damn kips are... It's what the kips of... It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? Good. If we, the evening people... not...
Change the topic.
People who...
If this guy...
Open your eyes. Have this concerns you, policeman. So...
Oh?
Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but that won't help you. Oh, not much anymore. The strike. Apples. Fine.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest. You...
not...
Change the topic.
I'm not people.
If this guy's all the Occidentals have... Well... Oh?
Good. If we, the...
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruder. Evening falls. The time has come to take the vows are blood and flesh. Lower intestine. Fascism, Brota. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems? Quit stalling, Bruiser. Yes, worm. Worm. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. There's a slow, painful growl. It is one of... You see several packaged raincoats. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear...
I don't really know what...
Nuzafed heals...
The tear machine stands.
No. You need...
A colourful there, in that dark green glass.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that. No, Frit own... is this about the questions again? A warehouse?
She
Fine. I don't know. Uh-huh.
Right to work! Right to work!
Don't think so.
Silence. He takes the photo, hard as a stone.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. Yeah.
He's clenching.
What it means. I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened? Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. He spent a month behind enemy lines.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Our boy. He's only a captain then. But he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon, at dawn, he comes upon two kids. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. She was quite the god. Drowned it.
Something stirs in your stomach.
No, I was in the domain. In Gem. Go ahead. All right, now.
On the photo in your head.
Free flower!
Don't talk to him any longer. Just leave, please.
Fucking fuck. How about you fuck off now?
The man's breathing. It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp.
Hold on, wandering man. Okay, they're sort of like you. We're negotiating our aye.
The man whispers a jaunt.
The mercenary. That's so. I haven't heard anything about that. But if that's true, well, he was an enemy. He was an aide. I ain't the murdering type. No problem. I wish that...
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification.
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, those a receding genetic pool has led them out on reprehensible. You know the mount.
Colorful.
The over as proven by the indigenous. The Areopagites are the master race of the Ilmaran deserts. The Simonese are the Areo. The latter is typical to an think the core.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are enough of tips. The F are a museum of lesser the mosquito.
It seems unlikely that 2 human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Then there is the coexist, but enough. It is cheap, lesser the
It seems unlikely.
Yeah, those the other overproduct as the indigenous people of this. The insulin, the Areo, the latter is tips. So it would be tips, lesser the
It seems unlikely that
you are. Then there is. That is you understand nothing. You need to internalize what you have heard. I cannot possibly imagine what. There is nothing fun. I cannot possibly imagine what.
Hello, compatriot. It's not change. Suit your...
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman.
Thanks for the follow, man.
The RT. She leaves an...
She mumbles some kind.
Hello again, officers.
The lieutenant hatred is the...
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on a first name Pig's not half.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man, a poor community, a warm feeling. The bust doesn't trip. A poor community.
Gendarmerie.
And his shirt is still...
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again? Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting. That's nice. Besides...
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
To the city.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district.
We'll talk. Take care, all right?
Officers of the Revachol.
His hand...
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me. That's really all I can tell you about it. I'm sorry to say because...
He's clearly not a man accustomed to being spoken to in that manner.
Officer, it's very difficult to discuss. No. I was on the... That's when I understood. I couldn't... Let's just say that I couldn't tell... I went back inside.
Yes.
Officer, all men. I believe they were mostly... Well, that eventually their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no... You're right. I'm afraid I don't have... All I can say... No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more... The coalition, the economy impacts the entire internet... you could say Yes. As I said, la communauté, it is the most, it's the center, which is essential. Take your day. That's why the Institute of, but not too. The coalition believes in the importance. A sound, but oh, I don't have my, it's the internet. But of course, because more, Martinez, Rivachot, but they are working too. Do you think peace is boring? Exactly. Now, enough of this delightful What's there to say? Moreover, it is a great, because a great percentage of, what's there to say? Moreover, oh.
What is it about this benevolent?
Whatever you wish, officer. Kedra is that it's EPI.
God, yeah.
It was such a wild success that we why it stands for progress and stability. It's been a you mean it's one day? No, but we were. How did any? Au contraire. How did any? Au contraire. I'm just, we're old friend. I'm sure you, how did any, au contraire, how did any, au contraire. I'm just, we're old friend. I'm sure you, sorry, but I told you, officer, he's deep, he's a truly free spirit. I'm just listen, the Insulindian Bay. My friend comes and goes. I'm just listen, this place, but the million, my friend comes and goes. Sorry, but I told you, officer, he's deep, he's a truly free spirit. How did any, au contraire. I'm all ears, officer. A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. It's a game.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive.
Sure. Was there anything else? My friend, I'm all ears, officer. My friend, I'm all ears, officer. My friend, I'm all ears, of course. Was there anything else? The economy impacts the entire... What's that? Moreover... Oh...
What is it?
Whatever you wish, officer. Of course.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into... It's like, whatever's... Some pretty... I've heard talk they want to keep that money flowing. Anything else. Us lorry drop. Not my...
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool...
Oh, high-grade narcotics. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Oxid.
He crosses his...
I've got nothing to say to you.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
A witness? That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already...
Well...
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a... This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
It's like you said, Al.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
Arab guy?
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo...
It's you, ass! Yeah.
Damn, they wormed their way out of it, somehow. Try something else if you can.
That means absolute.
What is this fella's problem?
Great.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
Let them come. You heard the man. Right here.
Yeah. I will oil it.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ester 50. I guess we're gonna see, aren't we? Yeah, you haven't even.
Yeah. What are they now, huh?
Big.
He's really prepped himself up for this. He has.
We got weapons.
That thing has 7 barrels.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Okay. We don't need you or your lost gun. We all have our guns. We'll just use those if it... No.
He understands.
Yeah, relax.
Yeah, Dennis.
Let Dennis in.
Yeah.
Easy, fellas.
Too late. You all.
Fucking say something already.
Again.
Good one, Titus.
Yeah, lawman.
Not.
A fearful readiness. Like.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one. And about fucking time. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
It's that.
The fuck are you talking?
Stop the law.
Yeah. Aren't you?
For God's...
Sounds.
They're not going to give you... Of course it...
Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Yeah.
Wouldn't want to be
nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline.
Goddamn right, it's not. Yeah.
Wouldn't want to be
nervous.
Let them.
You.
Yeah.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident.
Yeah. What are they now, huh?
Big.
He's really prepped himself up.
What do you mean? Okay. No, they won't. Get it. No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
A wit. That's just tactics, Titus.
Your fake witness. A witness.
That's just
wit.
He's not alarmed. This goes without saying. But nonetheless.
Yeah, right.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Those flash.
What is this fella's problem?
Well,
it's...
Yeah.
Damn. They wormed their way out of it.
Some.
You don't have...
You're doing a hell of a job.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Established.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Again.
Good one, Titus.
Yeah.
Not
A fearful.
Wise move. About fucking time.
Establish authority.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. No.
He understood what you were doing. Taking in.
Yeah. You fuck with the.
Relax, Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
Let them.
Yeah.
Easy.
Too late. You already scanned.
Fucking.
No.
He understood.
Yeah.
Let them.
Yeah.
Easy.
Too late. You
Fucking say something already.
established.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Establish authority.
Can I help you? Another thing. Yes, and the phone company is not. Who told you that? Fine, yeah. If you do find out who cut the line, though. Yes, and the phone company. Who told you that? Fine, yeah. If you do find out who cut the. Yes. Another thing. Great. I love that. Yes. You're already set.
Oh, hello, dear. There you... I've got nothing to say to you. Why I said...
Even though she has excellent control.
No. Talk what you want is... I said...
Even though
You are not here to... Obviously, I'm a lawyer. I've got nothing... I am being...
Fuck.
So ask what you came to... I don't... Obviously, I'm a lawyer. I am being...
Fuck.
So ask what you came to... No one is emotional here. I am being...
Fuck you.
So ask what you... Get sober. Do you... I am being aggressive.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you can... Look.
strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Established.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? You believe the place was called Precinct.
Huh? You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
You saying we don't help people?
They don't know, man.
So what? What do you want from...
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got it.
You want to talk to her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let... If you don't, if you question her, harass her, Claudia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due with an O-U. Relationship.
Was like that.
Okay, enough.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it. All right. 2 weeks.
Here you go, boss.
I know her. Well enough, cop.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
You mean Revachol?
Don't you get... Shut up.
Titus gives them both a look. What's with all the silences? And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
What do you think I meant? Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it? No.
He really went out of his...
You don't know her. Good boy. You don't know her. Not the way I... You don't know her. Good boy. You don't know her. Good boy. Remember what I said. Freight. Again? Serious. Yeah, whatever.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Somewhere, not far from here, the lieutenant is preparing her file. Claudia Amandu, he writes. You realize the detective should be here. The window stands. You see some light. The fan stands still. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. A mirror hangs on the A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the fail. Things were good. It was for Revachol, out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open air, Boîte de Nuit, somewhere in Revachol West. The click, sometimes everyone loved it. There is a vast ocean. You have some under... It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. You see your face. The bed is still cold. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaked.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasant.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
There's no dignity. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Real. How many promised?
Thou art women.
What do you...
Let it...
But it never seems...
Yes?
The door is closed.
Who is it?
This is the police.
Come on up. The door is open.
This medicine cabinet, it's been used. Pharmaceuticals line the shelf.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle.
An opioid receptor and
Pill bottles rattle. The lieutenant Pill bottles
an opioid
Pill bottle. The lieutenant glances at the rows of pill. Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, a bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. The lieutenant who cares, man? It's speed, man. Just This medicine cabinet is pill bottles rattle like bone.
An opioid receptor and
pill bottles rattle. The lieutenant glances at the row. Pharmaceuticals it's been used. Quite pill bottles rattle. The lieutenant. This window is smooth following your lead.
Looks like it, yes.
The same small heavy is barred from the inside.
I don't know. It is not the first close. I don't know.
Below, the hostel cafeteria, a dull.
The vigilantes, the cadaver.
Welcome to the roof.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, and then toned over several years of self-defense.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady, it's much.
Where the dead body used to hang. Clearly visible.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly. Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their... They also say... Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer? Like...
Miss.
Huh.
What could she be thinking of?
Clausier amont vrai de fuck. A bad memory, officer. Of lilac...
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. I'm 28. A bad memory. It's the past. Vrai de fort. Republic of Oranje. Something Oranese literature. It's what I fear of failure, fear of death. How it's vrai de fort. Nothing. Cool. Many.
Miss Oranje. Now there is something you should linger on.
It's a beauty.
She was 14 at the time.
It's a beauty.
She was 14 at the time.
It's a competition. When you have the fewest deviate. Yes. And for that, indeed. Full disclosure, I was Miss Teen Oranje. Nothing. It's not very cool. Something stupid. Oranese literature. Back to me. I'm afraid.
Why is that?
Because it's...
Thank you for your...
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person. Look, office.
There are plenty of other reasons.
It's all...
Why, yes.
I'm the kind of hurry where you can't afford... I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Phew. If I were to lie to you... I would love to change the subject. Phew. I would love to... No.
My colleague is an exploratory.
Okie doke.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show.
I'm afraid you can't.
Why is...
Because it...
Thank you.
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel Look,
There are plenty of other reasons.
It's...
Why?
Look, off it.
There are plenty of...
Okie...
If any of this made it...
The record. Yeah. I'm win...
How...
About here and... Because I'm win...
How...
About 4 months. Funky town. Thank you. Comes in handy.
Is that...
Better safe than... Oh, yeah. Like... Not be... Huh?
This does not amount to actual.
She's not angry, but it's true. She's gonna have to find some...
I have no idea of it. It is.
The lieutenant makes a note.
I'm win...
How long?
About 4 months. Funky town. With money, sir. Very funky. Okay. Yeah? Alright, it's a bit early.
She.
It is. Yeah.
By.
Tell them.
Are you
not explicitly, but
She must be very.
you know how.
You may know.
Sure you do, detective. In conclusion,
She takes a
we partied. A lot of.
from Titus about her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
You're being sarcastic.
We drank.
What else?
Whoa. After so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
A little.
How did you?
Downstairs.
When was the?
A month ago? Oh, yeah.
A bit he takes.
You?
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it.
Reporting.
Because I could.
The vote.
I didn't. With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved.
Did I?
Jigsaw falling into place.
I don't know, sir.
Thank you for making the call, miss.
I didn't want to, sir. I'm sorry.
I know it's difficult.
He had something to do with the strike.
And his role.
I think he was in a security.
And the lynch.
She nods.
They're frequent. Oh, a little.
Like you partied.
No.
I'm sorry.
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't. They're free.
Like you.
No.
I'm sorry.
I have.
She sips her coffee.
And
I
and it.
She must be very She breathes.
Should we head by downstairs?
She nods. Silvery cigarette.
Yes.
Good.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions.
Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now? Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about we, change? Sure. They're right. Yeah? All right. Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m.
Looks like we have more. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. What else could she have? If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? She may be trained. Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the invest. That's a fair. That's correct.
That make.
I can.
You may know the thing.
Just because you're. That's because. That's because I'm half. It's a part of. I can see you're disappointed. No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. It's like you're locked.
Something the matter?
What's going on? The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant, you're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't.
That's correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad. Completely uncognitive.
Are they?
You could use a good.
That's because I'm half sick. I don't speak good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? You have a
moment passes. Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof. The wind brushes them.
Hello, officer?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. Something cracks. It is an unbelievably...
Nice.
Filling you with a belief.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look? I don't know about that.
Bent metal. Broken glass. You are the destroyer. The bane of inanimate matter. Look, there's a discarded milk carton on the floor. White kudos. You clearly see
jackpot. These 3 weeks. This isn't bad at all. It means someone snuck through a
large print. Everything around you is. You clearly see
jackpot. These, unlike every
large prints, everything around.
3 weeks. This isn't bad at all. It means someone snuck.
Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine.
The pinball machine? Gordy's Goats. A classic. A little. Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy, get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. It takes a while to get in. Go, Finger.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was. The kind of an avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dine. He also hit his... But you seem to be having fun.
Your game is definite. Natural selection. Suddenly, maneuvering a goat ball, the words pale rupture light up on...
Congratulations. This is what...
There's so much fog. This, hit the pads. You're down to your last goat. Going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point. But...
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
There goes nothing. The machine is dead and silent. It needs serious maintenance before... You see a heavy steel door.
There must be a key somewhere.
The door does not budge.
There must be a key somewhere. Probably...
You see a heavy...
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can...
This small elevator is dimly lit. Smells of... This elevator must have been... There are large...
Seems so, although it's pretty... quaint.
So this is where they brought 40... The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room.
Looks like it. Downstairs.
Remember the dice?
Ah, yes.
But then it went bang.
At some point, if that's true, he does not...
Stupid superstition. You clearly see foot.
Jackpot. The
Officer, what brings you up here in the right? Not my favorite topic. How about? Sure. There. Yeah? I did not.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back.
Huh.
She feels like quarry.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
This window is pristine. This medicine cabinet, pharmaceuticals like
anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bone.
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for that.
It's been used.
Can I help you?